What's up, guys? It is Will here, back again with another amazing co-host for the evening. One of my best bros, Leo, 1/6 scale man, the man himself. He just got back from Star Wars Celebration, so he's riding that Star Wars high right now. But we're going to talk about some Star Wars stuff tonight, Leo, but also, of course, some Marvel stuff, because I know you got some interesting tidbits to share about
Hell
that.
yeah, bro. Hell
So,
yeah.
dude, this is going to be super exciting, because now we got, like, Dead Strange on the docket, which is taking the community by storm. We got the Chrome Troopers. We got Taskmaster. We got, like, Scarlet Witch I want to talk about, actually, because you actually reinvigorated my love for Scarlet Witch, and I want to talk about the two options for Scarlet Witch. That's going to be exciting. Of course, philosophy layout, but, dude, I don't want to give too much away. How you doing tonight, man? So good to have you back. I think this is the second time we've done this, right?
I'm good, man. Hell, you know, this is some fun shit. One-on-ones is always fun, bro, because then it's like you get to, it's like, it's not first take. What is it? The show where they time their conversations, like when they time it, the person gets to talking. It's on ESPN. I just forget what it's called.
Oh shit, I know what you're talking about.
I forget the name of it is dope, but yeah,
it's like that though.
Yeah, it's dope.
We're like skipping Stephen A.
Stephen A. Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast though, man. We got some fun stuff. Let's address the chat real quick, Leo. I know there's people still pouring in, but let's address the chat real quick before we get too far. Tukathi, what's up, gentlemen? What's up, Tukathi? How you doing, man? Bob Dylan said, I want to see post-COVID Will bigger, stronger, and uncut. Only his girlfriend knows for sure. It's true. Only she knows, but I doubt she's going to share. Doc Smizzle, it's about to get real spooky in here. It is. Doc Smizzle's, I love Doc, man. One of the mods, him and Bob Dylan both. Yeah, he's awesome, man. He has one of the best beards, too.
Yeah, Smizzle.
Yeah, Mr. Smizzle. Maniac Collectibles. What's up, Maniac? Evening, everyone. Tyria said, hello, good vibes. Tyria, thanks for having us in your home, I guess, for a live stream tonight. So it's gonna be fun. Riley Reviews, the man himself, the party animal.
My man,
himself.
Party Riley, man. Riley the party guy, bro. He's the human party. That's his name. Riley the human party.
I gotta meet him, Leo, in person, man. I just,
bro, listen, bro, when I have to tell you, like, literally, it was almost the best time of my life.
Really?
Around Raleigh.
Dude.
Bro, he's a fun dude and funny as hell, but he's a fun dude. His energy is infectious, bro. So yeah, like it was one of those things, bro. It was just, we had a time. We at that live session, it was just a party, bro. It was fun. It was fun.
Well, it sounds like it, man. And Riley's awesome. Riley, thanks so much for the kind words, man. Awesome, feels like forever indeed. Ibu in the house. Thanks so much, Ibu. Good to see you. Glad to see you back on the stream as well. How's everyone doing? Yeah, I'm sure Ibu, chat with Ibu in the chat. Let everyone know, Ibu, how they're doing tonight. Con LP95. Hello there, collectors. What's up, Con? Mike Fayella. Glad to see you're in the mend, Will. COVID doesn't affect those Foxy feet, did it? Nah, bro. COVID doesn't affect the feet. Thank God. Preserve everything, just the feet. Take everything else, but not my feet. Come on, that's my crowning jewel feature there. So can't do that. Bob Dylan in the house, of course. KG Collector in the house. What's up, KG? KG's actually going to be on Sunday, Leo.
Word. KG finally, he coming out of hiding. That's because he ain't on set anymore. So
he's been with the women so long. I mean, he
got to make his rounds.
Mike Fiala said Chalamet. That's true.
Yeah, right.
Major Ben Derlin. Hello, what's up, Major Ben Derlin? Comics at Swag. We missed you. Well, thanks so much, Comics. I miss you guys too, man. It's COVID sucks. I took some Robitussin beforehand. That shit tastes awful. It tastes so bad.
Robitussin, bro.
Yeah, it's the honey version. It's so bad. Supposedly though, like you can get high off of it because like I tried to check it out and I tried to check it out and they were like, yeah, it needs store approval. So they had to ask me my birthday. They were like, are you gonna get high off this? That's what they wanted to ask me.
Bro, you should have had a whole thing of Robitussin.
I know, I had like a whole cart of it
before we started.
Yeah, just downing it shots.
Yeah,
shit. I don't know. I guess people have to explain in the chat. I guess you can get high off of it. I don't know. But
I don't know.
They like carded me essentially. So
word.
So, SSJ Star-Lord, hello there. If you know, you know. Yeah, maybe I don't know, but I'm not in the know, I guess. Gilbert Almazen said, welcome back, Will. So glad you're back streaming. Thanks so much, Gilbert. Appreciate it, man. H Green, hey, gentlemen. The Collector #1. What's up, Will? Good to see you back in action. Dude, good to see you, The Collector. Thanks so much. You guys are making my day here. Funky Cold saying a best day of releases in a while lately. Yeah. We're going to talk about it, though. FEJ, hi, everyone. Maniac Collectibles, good to see you back. Well, thanks, Maniac. Windman42. Figurastic Park, Orlando Reyes, Mark P. The ESPN show is called Pardon the Interruption. Oh, okay.
There you go. Gotcha. Thank you, Gina.
Gina. Oh shit, Gina. Good to see you. I haven't seen Gina in a while. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Pardon the Interruption. That's my show, bro. That's I love that show, bro. It's funny.
Yeah. I wish I had cable still. I could watch it. But Jay Toys, What's up, Will? David, Mando, Boba, and Clone Wars Anakin stock at Sideshow for anyone who cares. Oh, okay. That might be, dude. If I can get the Mando Boba like single pack for cheap at some point, I might consider it. You know,
Yeah,
I do like the figure. Feezy's figures. Welcome back, Foxy Feet. Thanks so much. The feet brought Will back, baby. They did.
The collector, man.
They do. Riley said, "Too humble, Leao. You were awesome." Yeah.
Oh man,
Leao is. You both are. Daryl Smith said, "Happy Friday, everyone. There's some heat to talk about today." Yes, there is. There is lots of heat. I had homies back in the day who drank it to get high. Wow. Okay. Wow. So Robitussin, you can. Don't
Wayne,
do it,
Wayne. Well, nah, Wayne just lost cough. He just likes cough medicine. You know,
that's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is, bro. Comic said, "I've been taking Robitussin since I was 5. It's terrible." Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad, but it does work. I mean, my cough. I mean, I might start coughing later, but as of now, it's working.
Yeah, it's cool.
But Leo, we got to talk about something, bro.
Yeah,
because there was something that dropped today. Well, really dropped like last night, right? This is the Hot Toys, what they're calling Dead Strange, what a lot of people will call Zombie Strange. This dropped. It's from Multiverse of Madness, the new Doctor Strange film. It's just dropped from Hot Toys. It's kind of like a diorama piece, I guess you could say, because it has like the dead arms and the expandable parts and all that kind of stuff. So, Leia, I know we were talking about this backstage a little bit. It is sitting at $385 with a release date. Looks like Q2 to Q3 of next year. That's probably a little ambitious. So it'll probably end up being like Q2 of 24, would be my guess, based on how everything is getting delayed nowadays. But $385, this figure has a bit taken the world, collecting world by storm. So I'm interested to hear your thoughts, Leia. I know you're a big Multiverse of Madness fan. Yeah. How do you feel about this Doctor Strange? Is this for you?
Okay. I love the figure, bro. I love the figure. And it was one of my most anticipated figures from the movie. I was like, yo, I would love to have this piece. They teased it. We didn't know they were going to drop it so soon. And they did it last night out of nowhere. I did see a lot of hashtag where's Miles, but you know what I mean? Like they dropped this and it is a beautiful looking figure. Aesthetically, it looks great. You know, I like the way the arms are draped around this figure. Like it's like he's wearing it like a backpack in a sense. You know, and it's sort of like a diorama piece, to tell you the truth. I love the way the head sculpt looks. It looks incredible. Everything as far as the figure is concerned looks great. What doesn't look great is that price tag at $385, bro. That to me is crazy. Like that is insane. To be quite honest, bro, at $385, isn't that more? How much, as a matter of fact, if you look it up, how much is the Captain America figure that we're getting from Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Oh yeah, I can look that up. Hold on.
Like if
it's
you
about the same, isn't it?
Is it is it about the same or is it a little bit less? I want to see.
Let's see. Yeah, because let me see here. It's there's the statue. Oh, $375. So it's a little bit less.
It's a little bit less than that. Now that and mind you, now this is $385. The figure that we got before this, just the Simple Strange, was how much? $335,
$315 or $325. Yeah,
$325 or something like that. Bro, is this where we're going right now? Like literally, this is where we're going right now. And I knew this was going to happen. I knew that this was going to actually be a problem, bro.
Yeah,
I knew it. And I knew that when InArt start releasing those prices, I'm telling you, it is affecting the collecting community, because now Hot Toys is raising those prices on these Marvel figures, bro. That to me, I'm just like, I can't see myself paying that much money for this figure. It looks great, but it doesn't look $385 great, because we're talking about $385. Taxes and shipping is going to put that well over about maybe $415, $410.
Yeah,
literally. That's like Iron Man prices, bro. Like literally. And this is what we're going with a Doctor Strange figure. Wanda's sitting at what, $315?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
And
that's the deluxe version.
And that's the deluxe version. So that's what I'm saying, bro. These prices are getting crazy. I can't really justify paying that much for it unless I got like credit or I got, just some points that I can use to do it. Then yeah, I'm cool with that. But other than that, bro, I just can't justify these prices. Like, that's insane, man. Like, that's literally insane for that figure. Like, mind you, with all the accessories, everything it comes with, it looks great, it looks good. But at a $385 price tag, like, I can't justify that price, man. Now, compare that, like, how much is it with the company that we will now? As a matter of fact, I'll look it up. I'll look it up. I'm gonna look it up, and I'll tell you exactly what it is and what I see. Okay.
Yeah.
As far as the price on it, because if they're sitting at 385 and the company that we choose not to talk about at the moment right now, well, okay, so they're not even they're almost, this is worse. Well, the second batch price is 324.10. The first batch is 406, so they're more expensive than Sideshow.
Right.
So Sideshow kind of wins the day on that. But between both of them, I can't justify those prices, bro. That's too much.
Yeah.
That's way too much.
I get what you mean, Leo. And I totally understand the sort of pricing out thing. I mean, it's funny, like when I first saw this figure and I learned it was 385, I was like, maybe that's a little high, but nothing too crazy considering the price nowadays. But I do think there's something to be said of the fact that I think we've been conditioned a little bit. Yeah. I think we've been conditioned with the rising prices to just kind of accept it and be like, okay, this is, just the new norm for us. And I guess we're going to have to do that because the prices are what they are. The Hot Toys isn't going to drop them. So, but I get what you're saying, man. And it's a tough one for me because I really do like this figure a lot, but I'm definitely not getting it. Because you know how I am, Leo. I got to really attach to the content, and Multiverse of Madness, like I liked it. I definitely don't dislike it, but it's okay for me. Like I don't love the film, right? Yeah. So when I see this Dead Strange, I'm like, yeah, this is a really nice piece. And this is going to get a lot of collectors maybe who don't even buy that many Hot Toys that see this and really want this because it is very unique. Yeah. It's very unique. And it's a really, like you said, Leo, a very well done piece. It really is. Yeah. It's super nice. The hair throws me off a little bit. Like, I don't know. I got to look at the film again and look at it, but the hair kind of throws me off a little bit. But the head sculpt, and obviously what you're buying here is the dead zombies. Like you're buying the skulls, and that's really what you're getting here. The diorama piece of what it looks like when you put it on a flight stand like this. Like that's what you're getting, right?
Yeah, and it looks great. I'm not going to take it away. It definitely looks great. Aesthetically, it looks incredible, bro. Like even that pose right there. I think there's a pose where you can actually see like the arms. It's they're reaching for him as he's levitating. So it definitely looks great.
Because if you look at everything you get, Leo, it's like, I mean, I don't know. I get where you're coming from too. You don't really get much. It's just the dead zombies. That's really all you get.
The dead zombies and a couple hands in the stand.
Yeah,
like that's what you actually get. And I guess a lot of it is the head sculpt that you're paying for that, because they did put a lot of work in it and it looks good. Like it looks way better than that Two-Face head sculpt that we got. With the burnt side, this looks great.
The figure looks great.
It looks great, but is 385 justifiable though?
Right.
That's the biggest question. Like, do we think 385 is justifiable, bro?
Right. I don't know, man. Not for me, because I just think for one, it's going to take up a lot of space. And if you have a DTOF, this thing damn sure ain't fitting in there. No chance. So
not unless you basically tilt him sideways.
Yeah. Or just take the arms off of him. I mean, but that's the best part of the figure. So but I do think the figure, I'm with you, Leia. I think we agree the figure is really good.
It's beautiful.
Like it's a beautiful looking figure, and it's also very unique for Hot Toys. They don't really do this type of thing that much, so it's a very different. I think it'll stand out in the collection. Like if you have people come over to your house, I think when they see this, they're gonna look at it. I think that's gonna be something that. So is that worth it? To some, I think it would be, but it just depends how much you like the film. For me, it wasn't my favorite, so I'm gonna pass on it. But I do think it has a lot of presence, Leo. So I mean, both of us, I think, are on the same page with that.
Like you can see the way it is right there. You can put that in a DTOF.
Yeah, that might work.
That'll work with the arms that way, but not with the wings. Of course, that's going to be a tad bit different. You know what I mean? And like when people say, "Oh, I would probably get one without the wings and with this and one with the wings," I would probably display them both that way. But for you're paying $800 to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
you are.
I don't know. And this is what we talked about this, and we've been talking about this for a few weeks now. Like, as much as we love, and we support companies like InArt because of their innovation and their attempt and ambition to release 1/6 scale figures, those prices are high.
Yeah.
So again, if Hot Toys sees that we're fully supporting other companies that can raise those prices, then they're doing it. They're going to do the same thing. And what do you know? They're starting to do it, bro. And that's scary. That's scary territory.
I always thought that was a possibility. Like, I didn't think that was the most likely outcome, but I always thought that was a possibility that it could backfire. Because we all just kind of assumed that competition would be a good thing and that it would create, I think it's going to create better products, I think, sure, but it's also might create higher prices because if InArt comes in swinging like they have been and they're charging $500 for a Gandalf, Hot Toys is going to be like, well, we could charge $385 for a Strange then. I mean, Doc Strange is probably a more popular character than Gandalf at this point. So, I mean, at least now, I mean, Gandalf maybe long-term, but nowadays, but I don't know, man. It's
Orlando Reyes, preach, brother. Preach, Orlando. He said, he say, just though, when any of you actually, he said, just a thought, whenever you spend $385 on the Darth Vader figure, if it comes out with a head sculpt, hell yeah, because it's Vader, number one. Number two, that head sculpt is going to be on point, especially if it has two. You know what I mean? Here, the difference. Okay, so we talked about this behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
We talked about, and I was saying, like, I love the MCU. I love the MCU. I love the films. Even the past couple of entries that we would actually say haven't really been that great. Shang-Chi was incredible.
Oh, dude. My girlfriend loves Shang-Chi, by the way. Shang-Chi. Like, we watched it. She actually was not too much Marvel and she loved it.
Shang-Chi, it was incredible. Love that. Eternals got mixed feelings. Some people loved it, some people didn't. What else did we get? We got Spider-Man No Way Home. People love that. Doctor Strange, mixed reviews. What will we have next? We got Thor coming out. After Thor, we have, I think, is it Guardians or no? I think after Thor, we got just a couple other films that are going to be dropping soon. My thing is, I love the films. Figure-wise, it's crazy enough to say this, but I'm a bit fatigued, bro. I'm a bit fatigued. And the reason why is because of the simple fact that we have experienced weight after weight after weight. I am this close to canceling my Miles into the Spider-Verse.
I canceled mine. And you know how much I love that film.
Yeah. I'm this close to canceling it, bro, because it's the delay after delay, bro, is insane. They have released every figure on that docket and Miles is last.
Yeah.
And I got a feeling it's not going to even make that date because we've already passed May.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's still, why is it such an issue with this figure? I don't understand, but I'm just fatigued because of the lateness. Loki, we're still waiting on that.
Yep.
You feel me? So I'm a bit fatigued with all of this right now, with everything that's going on as far as in the figure universe. The movies, I'm straight with, but the figures, I'm just like, because all I'm paying for is the head sculpt. Star Wars is always going to be my first love because, like I said, the lore has always been there. These are characters that I grew up with. People would pay arm and a leg to get some of those OT figures if they could. You know what I mean? So that's going to always, but the MCU, I don't know, man. As far as the figures, I don't like paying this much money for I can't see myself continuously paying $385. There's 3 figures that we actually got from the Multiverse of Madness, over $300. 3.
Yeah.
And we still haven't seen America Chavez. So what are they going to give us, a star diorama with her punching in it, and that's going to be $300?
I doubt it. I don't think they're going to make her.
Me neither. And that's sad.
Yeah.
Because they skipped her and went to this figure because it's based off of popularity and aesthetics. So I don't know, man.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be interesting to see, man. I really think so, Layout. Just I think a lot of people are really excited about this. I know Anthony is. I've seen that. I know he's super excited. And a lot of people are. It just, I don't know. It's a really cool looking figure. And I get where you're coming from with the 385 thing. I guess maybe I'm just kind of thinking, oh, it's the diorama and that's what they're charging it for. But, I think it's just, that's the way it is now. Like the Doctor Strange, like you said, that one's like pretty basic the regular Doctor Strange, and it's like what, $335 or something?
About $335, I think.
Yeah,
almost
so I mean, something like $325 for that, something like that.
It's really basic, and that's how much money you paying for it, bro.
Well, that's why, like, I don't know why anyone wouldn't just buy the No Way Home version that comes with the table and everything, and that's like $285. So I mean,
that's less.
You know, I think the days are gone of the 250s, 260s, things like that. I think 285, 275 is like the new baseline for a figure with a head sculpt, unless it's a Trooper. You know, Trooper you might get for 250, but otherwise, those other
pretty
days
much
are gone, man. So. But great looking figure. I mean, I'd be interested to see, but I don't think we're poo-pooing on it too much. It's still a great figure.
No, it's an amazing, because as far as the figure's concerned, it's dope.
Yeah.
There is no question. When I saw it last night, I was like, thank God. It was a beautiful figure, and I was all in. Like, literally, bro, I was all in for it. I'm like, cool, I know I'll get it. But then I saw that price, and I'm like, man, like, really?
Yeah.
Like, y'all doing that? So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, man. It's going to be interesting to see. It's, you know, got some cool figures coming up. But, you know, Leo, I have to just one comment real quick. One of my girlfriend's friends is stopping in the live stream for the first time. So I guess she's just monitoring the situation, sort of seeing what's going on. She said, hi. Wow. Rachel said, hi, Will, this is Breeze friend tuning in from Stockholm, Sweden. Oh, thank you so much, Rachel. Appreciate you stopping in.
Okay.
She even sent a super sticker. I guess she really wanted us to address her comment.
There you go.
Rachel, thank you so much for the kind words. Hopefully we're making a good first, or I am. Layout, you know, I'm sure you love Layout, but you know, with me, man, hopefully I'm making a good first impression for you. But I appreciate it.
Rachel, I'm a rebel, so sometimes it could be
It's true. It's true. You are the rebel of the two of us. So I'm a wild card Willie, but other than that,
I'm a rebel.
So. Leo, I have to ask you a question here because based on these Chrome Troopers that we're getting, right? Are Chrome Troopers the way of the future? And I want to share the screen real quick and share one of these because you know the one that I want to share.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna show both of them. I'm gonna show, I'm gonna show both. But you know, I got to talk about this Chrome Trooper thing because I know they've done a few Chrome Troopers, I think, before, from my recollection. So it's not like the first time. It's not like super innovative and it's a brand new thing. But I'm wondering, Leo, if it catches on, is this going to be a new thing for Troopers, like sort of like die-cast are for Iron Man? Like Iron Man, they don't make an Iron Man that's not die-cast anymore. So is that going to be a new thing for Troopers, you think, for ones that are chromable, for lack of a better term? Do you think we're going to see more of this? Or is it kind of a niche, you think? Is it kind of like a one-off, or is it, you think it's going to be the stand? Because $245 for a chrome figure, that's pretty good. So it's not die-cast, but...
No, man. Like, I think it's a high possibility. I think it is, man, because when these things drop, you know, people were all in on it. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was trying to swarm to get a card. You know, they still are. And I think that they probably put these things out just to kind of see. You know what I mean? Like, I know I was all in from the gate. You know what I mean? As soon as I saw them, especially as an exclusive. And the Death Troopers are incredible. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I definitely don't think, you know, I think there might be a possibility that going forward, you know, this could actually be a thing, or, you know, I mean, it's innovative. You know, we know this, like, really innovation when it comes to these things. But yeah, I definitely think that they're going somewhere with it. If these catch on, we could see more clones. You know, we could see, you know, a few more 501st or even stormtroopers that, you know, or you know what? I wouldn't even be surprised if we get a few more chrome Mandos. Yeah, I mean, like different versions. Like, so, I mean, I think it's there. It's a high possibility. I definitely think that could happen, but this thing's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. Like,
isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You know, I had to get beautiful. One. So
yeah, it is beautiful, and I like that bluish chrome tint on the gun itself. I love that, bro. Like, I love everything else about it, and I think even with the light up feature on the helmet, it's going to complement it a lot as well. But yeah, it's a no brainer with this, bro.
Yeah, it's a really nice figure, man. It's funny because originally I was, you know, kind of so on it because I have the Death Trooper Specialist from Rogue One, and I was like, you know, I don't know if I need the chrome version. You know, I wasn't really sure, but then you guys were showing it on video at Star Wars Celebration, and I talked to Carlos about it, and I talked to Riley, and Riley loved it, and I was like, y'all are selling me a little bit. Y'all are selling me a little bit on this. So I ended up kind of going for it, Leo, just because I had to feel like, you know, I'm selling my specialist. I think it's going to be sold to Anthony. So Anthony's going to buy my specialist. And I'm going to keep this one because I'm super excited for it. You know how much I love the Death Troopers. So, but I don't know, man. It's interesting to see because I know like other people are saying, like I've seen in the chat, like it has been done before. It's not the first trooper that's been chromed, so to speak. So, and you know, like Bob Dylan mentioned his Phasma count. Phasma was same kind of deal. And like I mentioned on the one live stream, Phasma is not the most popular character or figure. Yeah. So people didn't really go crazy for it. But like you said, Leo, it could very possibly be a situation where they're just kind of putting a feeler out. Like Death Trooper is one of the most popular troopers from what I've seen. So maybe they're looking at like, okay, let's tackle one of the popular troopers and chrome it and let's see if people kind of go for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Fiala asked a good question too. He was like, who do you put the chrome troopers with? Easy. There's a couple of them. Moff Gideon. I would actually put him with Moff Gideon. I mean, it would make so much sense. If you have the specialist, if you have the regular version, because I have the specialist in the regular version that I have with Krennic. But definitely these I'm going to put with Gideon. You know what I mean? Because I think it would look so good behind them. There's so many possibilities. Hell, Mike, you could even actually put these figures next to Moff, Grand Moff Tarkin, because we never really saw troopers next to him. You know what I mean? So that would be decent. That would definitely be decent. Like there's so many different things, there's so many different ways you can go about it, man. Like they just look that good. Like you could even put them by themselves and it'll look great. So yeah.
So these, Leo, you already pre-ordered both of these, right?
Oh yeah. I got 2 of these, and first I ordered one of the Death Troopers, but then I got a card from Sean and ordered another one.
Oh,
I needed to, bro.
Sean, dude, of course.
It's the rule of 2. I was like, I had to do it. But these, oh my God, bro, the Phase 1 and Phase 2 helmet, man. Oh, and the thing is, well, I'm telling you, the in-person view says so much. When you see him in person, it's like, yo, I can't believe this.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what Carlos told me.
Yeah,
he was saying seeing him in person is a totally different animal. He said he would have thought it was a gimmick before he saw it in person.
You see him in person, and that's why I'm glad that they actually had him at Celebration, so you can see it in person. And I think that was a draw because people kept coming back get those cards because it was the 2 most interesting figures that were there. I mean, we know we got the clones on the vehicles and stuff like that. Commander Apple on the Bark speeder. So basically, like we got that, but these were the 2 most interesting because they were exclusives. We were looking for exclusives. That means they're going to come out earlier and they're decent. So yeah.
We got Cam in the house, Leo. He said, "What's good, fella?" He said, "I'm ordering 2." It's like, nah, he's gonna get.
I know he's playing, Cam. I knew
this dude. Come on now. And these shiny said, "Damn, we need a chrome Jar Jar with light up eyes." We do, man. Give us that chrome Jar Jar. But Leo, it's funny. Riley was mentioning this earlier. I think I saw a comment. He said one of the sideshow reps told him they're running low on stock of the clone troopers, but the Death Trooper is they still have stock for. So that clone trooper, man, it's really nice. If I was more connected to the clone trooper, I would definitely get one because I really do like how it looks. I really do.
Clone troopers
that's really nice.
It just looks so, bro. Like literally, that looks good. And just with the Phase 1, Phase 2 attributes, bro. Like that's what. You know what I mean? Because I think that is what's pushing people, like what's going to push it over is because it has the Phase 1, Phase 2. Because even though, like I said, those clones, I think the 501st, didn't they went to blue so far? I think they went straight to blue.
They might be, blue? The regular troopers, the regular troopers, they went to waitlist.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, these things are interesting, and once they hit, it's going to go. I mean, you have to see it in person. Highly recommended figure. And it's not just because I love Star Wars. It's just that, I mean, because they had other figures there, but I was just drawn to these. You know what I mean? So yeah. I think that chrome wise, it's definitely a step in the right direction that people might get more invested in.
Yeah. And it's funny, Leo, like I told you what it made me do. It made me sell my Mando Deluxe Beskar. Because remember, for the longest time, I didn't want to support that chrome version. And I still don't really. But I really want that head sculpt, and I really want the chrome version. So supposedly it looks really good in person. I think you saw it in person, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mando Chrome. It looked really good from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Well, here's the thing, because even I was there, like me and Tobar were looking at it, Keith. And I don't know. I'm guessing that was the Chrome version. I think possibly. But yeah, I don't know.
Was it the one on the bike? Is that the one?
Yeah, that was the only one that they had. It was the one on the bike.
That might not have been.
I don't think that was the Chrome version.
Yeah.
Because it didn't, that Chrome pops. Like it really, really does pop. And I don't think that was the Chrome version that they had on that bike. I think it was just the regular version that they had on the bike just to kind of display it a certain way. But that wasn't it. To me, it didn't look like the Chrome version at all.
Interesting. Well, it's exciting time, I think. They've done other clone, Chrome Troopers on other figures before. So it's not the first time they've done it, but interesting to see if it's a development that continues or not. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to see. Before we get to our next topic, I want to address Major Bren Derlin's super chat. Major Bren, thank you so much, man. That's a very generous super chat. Yeah. Thank you, man. That really does mean a lot. Off-topic question. Thinking about getting Ripley Prime 1 Studios quarter-scale statue. I'm a 1/6 guy, so 1, it looks good, but how are they with prototype versus finished product? And 2, do I have to pre-order or can I wait on statues? Really good question. Really good questions. So Prime 1 and Blitzway kind of has a mixed track record when it comes to like protos versus final. The Joaquin Joker turned out pretty good, but it definitely was not the final, not the proto. And the Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker, depending upon who you ask, I never saw it in person, but I think it looks terrible in the photos and the videos from what I've seen. And the proto was really good. It was really good. So it's hard to say. I would say wait. I would not pre-order because I don't think Prime 1 statues really sell out that quickly anymore. So it's not like J&D or Queen that sell out pretty quickly because they're so limited. Prime 1 usually makes as many as pre-orders. So, you can usually wait. I would recommend waiting. So I don't know how you feel about this layout, but I've not even pre-ordered Prime 1 statues lately. I would say just hold out and wait until to see the final product and then go from there. Because otherwise, if you have to, put an NRD down of 10% and the statue is maybe $1,000, you're eating $100 if you don't like it and you want to cancel. So, I would wait, Major Brenderlin. But Leo, how do you feel?
I don't know, because I don't think Prime 1 isn't one of those companies that your statues sell out automatically.
I don't know. They're not.
They're not. You know what I mean? So they're always going to be. And the answer, I think somebody's question out there: did you get the 1/4 scale Blitzway Bruce Lee? No, I didn't.
Oh
yeah, I didn't. Filthy Yoda. But thanks for asking, man. Yeah, I didn't do it. But yeah, this again, I think you can wait. I would actually wait until you see the actual production photos first. And then you'll know. That it always pays to do that, you know what I mean, to see that first before you kind of jump in. The hard part about that is companies like J&D, Queen Studios, it's like you're not that lucky because those things go quick. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to take more of a chance with collecting those statues, getting them day one if you can, especially if you have a high interest. But with Prime 1, I think you can kind of wait and just wait it out, wait till you see the production and just take it from there. That's what I would do.
That's what I would do too.
Yeah.
The only one I'd pre-order personally is if if you're going to get it, but the head sculpt is so important. If they mess it up, then it ruins the statue. But like Last of Us for me, layout, as long as it's pretty good, I'll probably end up getting it. So I'll probably pre-order that. But short of that, Major Ben Derlin, I would wait. I would say definitely.
Yeah, just wait.
I think you can. I think you have that luxury with Prime 1. So, and if Prime 1 sells out, Sideshow will have it, or Comic Concepts, or someone will have it where you can get it. So I wouldn't jump on that too quickly. Leo, I want to address something else real quick. Since you were at Star Wars Celebration, Hot Toys posted, sort of just some photos showing like, hey, here's some other things that we shared at Star Wars Celebration, new releases and things along those lines. The R2, the Attack of the Clone Ones, this one is very weathered compared to previous versions. The Battle Droid, the Geonosis Battle Droid. Isn't this the Clone Trooper? Is that right, Leo? I can't remember. Yeah, Clone Trooper. So they showed a bunch of stuff they've even announced already. The Fennec Shan, the Bo-Katan. See, I don't think this is Chrome. I don't think so. I think that's a regular version.
It's not. It's not the actual Chrome. So it's definitely not the actual Chrome. Sorry, Toya. She was calling me. She asked me.
Oh my god. Toya live on the show.
Yeah, live on the show. I'll talk to you when you get back. All right.
Nah, she's good, dude. It's the queen. She can do no wrong. They showed a lot of stuff to Leia, but it's really mostly old stuff.
If you go back to that, and that's what I'm saying, like me and Riley were talking about, if you go back to that Mando, that wasn't the Chrome version, bro. That definitely was not the Chrome version. That's just mainly the regular Beskar version. That's not the Chrome. You know what I mean? Because that Chrome would normally pop. This is not that version. I think that what they did was, because you can see now, it looks like it could be because of the different thigh pad that's actually on it from the droid, but it was, when we were there, it did not look Chrome, bro. Like it definitely did not.
I don't think it does in the pictures either. I mean, I think it looks good, but I don't think it's the Chrome version. So they probably just didn't share that one. Maybe it's not ready yet or whatever.
And it wasn't. And the thing is, it's like, I wish the biggest thing that I wish they would have actually done, and how they would have had the positioning, if they would have positioned the figures sideways in a sense, it would have been, if they would have positioned it sideways so you can see the length, you can actually see more detail on the figure. And I know they couldn't do it because there was limited space inside of the actual display cases. But if you would have had it to the side, you would have probably got a chance to see it a bit more. Somebody was asking about the Dark Trooper.
Oh, yeah.
Filthy Yoda. It looks good in person. See, one of my biggest things was when that looks good in person. It really, really does. I was more like, when I saw it and we saw like the prototype, I was like, yo, is it going to look too bulky or is it going to look kind of weird? But in person, it looks good. Like it is warranted. It is a good looking piece. Don't get me wrong. It's just that, you're going to be kind of reserved. It just takes a while, like for you to kind of fall into it. But here's the thing is like when we see that and then we see everything else around it.
Right.
Now the Luke definitely, like the Snowspeeder look great. Moff Gideon looks great.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
It looks, bro, that Moff Gideon in person is anybody. And Wrecker and I'm so happy about the Bad Batch, bro. Cause me personally, I just love the Bad Batch, to have Wrecker, you know what I mean? Finally, we see that body there. I'm like, I'm good with that. I can't wait to do that. Yeah, they had this on display. So I'm just like, okay, it's a few figures that they had on display. I'm just like, well, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know if we want to kind of just, if we're going to get it or not. You know what I mean? I hope we do. I hope they don't stop and keep playing around and teasing us with this piece, bro. Bro, it's really tall too.
Really? Like Cobb Vanth?
Yeah, Cobb Vanth is tall.
I'm shocked it's not up for pre-order already.
Me too, but it's a tall figure. Bro, they really went with Timothy Oliphant, his size, like his height, because it's a tall figure, and you'll see why that armor fits the way it does. But it's all everything on, like, even like I said, the Bark Trooper, the Bark Speed, like Commander Apple, the speeders, everything that we actually saw there was incredible. Like it was. And that's what I'm like, yo, even like the ATRT looks, bro, in person is big. It's a beast of a figure. But the figures that really stole the show, to me while we were there was, the exclusives, definitely the Troopers. But here's the thing is, like, one of the biggest questions that everybody had was, okay, why was there no Mace? Like, why was there no, and I think that they're possibly still coming. We know Mace is coming. Mace is going to come. I think we'll see a Mace.
Yeah.
Because that was teased. I just don't know about Padme anymore. I really don't.
I don't either.
Like, I really don't, because they had an opportunity to do it, and that's the figure that we wanted. But I don't know. But everything else, but it's Dark Trooper in person.
Yeah.
Bro. You got to see it in person. Like it was crowds of people around it, bro. It was crowds of people around it.
These troopers are great.
Yeah, man. They're worth it. Like even the and you see that at first, like even the mall sold out for a minute on Sideshow. I think they got more back in.
Yeah, but
it was sold out for a second, and I think that happened because me and Riley went to see the live. They showed the season 7 of the last, it was the last 4 episodes of season 7 for Rebels. No, not Rebels. Clone Wars.
Okay.
And after that figure sold out like that. Like it just went quick, and then I got more in. This Vader, when you look at this Vader, this is basically the it's definitely the Rogue One Vader.
Okay.
Now I don't know if we're going to get this. I mean, we're definitely going to get a Vader, but I don't know what accessories we're going to get. We're probably going to get like different accessories with it. But it's definitely worth it. It's definitely a figure that's, I cannot wait. Like you can never get enough Vaders, bro. And if they give us this Vader with a head sculpt, I'm definitely all in. I can't wait.
Bro, they could do some crazy things with Vader from the show.
Yeah.
It was Leo, this Vader though, the one they showed. Is there anything about this that would make people like rush out to get it if they already have
Not yet. Not yet.
I mean?
Not yet. If you already have one, not yet. Just wait it out until we actually get some prototype pictures, because then we'll know because it didn't have a lot of accessories. But for people who don't have Vader, I know there's going to be a high interest. You know what I mean? And it's going to make a lot of sense. So I would actually say, I mean, it's a good time to be a Star Wars fan at the moment, especially if you want a Vader. I'm surprised they didn't really have, and I think they're holding out because we haven't gotten anything besides this figure from Obi-Wan yet.
Nope.
So I think they're holding out. Like they're holding out on a couple of things. So we just got to kind of wait it out and see. But yeah, man. Everything that was on the display, even with the other troopers that were actually announced, like the trooper pilot was there. It looks good in person. Like everything looks, even the battle droid, the super battle droid looks good. The battle droid on the stat, like everything looks good. Like it really, really looks good, bro. So yeah. And they even had the armorer there, bro. They had the armor.
Yeah, I saw that. There. Yeah,
bro. Like, of course, Fennec Shane looks good in person.
Oh yeah.
I'm still slightly on the fence about that. I'm slightly on the fence about the Boba Fett on the throne. I'm still slightly on the fence about it, bro, because I don't know how I feel about it, but I like that outfit better than the outfit that we started. I like the outfit that he had on in The Mandalorian.
Gotcha.
Than what we actually got from his own show. So I don't know, it might be different, but I don't really feel as though if I get it, I have to get the Mandalorian get the Boba on the throne. But seeing how it looked with Fennec next to it, I was like, that's why I'm kind of like torn, bro. I'm really, really conflicted. But that's warranted. And here's the thing: the Boba Fett on the throne is how much through Sideshow?
That might be only like $315 or something. I don't remember. Let me look it up. Hold on.
And Doctor Strange is how much?
$385. Yeah,
$385, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I gotta look it up and see. But maybe I'm misremembering. But Boba Fett on the throne. No, it's $390 at $390. But
it's
still,
worth
you're getting the throne, same price.
Exactly, same price, but you're getting the throne, the accessories and stuff like that just around it. So,
right.
I don't know. It's it is what it is. But yeah,
you get a whole throne.
Yeah, man. Celebration was just phenomenal, bro. It was so fun. I can't say it enough. And what we got, and I think basically what we got. I think what kind of got Sideshow and Hot Toys off the hook is because this is the first convention post-pandemic. You know what I mean? Yeah. That we've actually gotten a Sideshow booth with more figures. So I think people were just so excited that we got a booth back because we didn't get a booth at I think SDCC last year at their small event. We didn't get one at New York Comic Con. So this is their first thing back besides us seeing their own virtual booth. You know what I mean? So yeah, interesting, man. Like it's definitely interesting, but yeah, it was pretty good, man. Like it was, I would honestly say, but out of everything that was there, even besides the actual clone troopers that we saw, or the troopers, even the Chrome, was that premium format Sideshow Ahsoka Tano from
that looked really, the head sculpt looked really good,
bro. In person, oh my god, I was enamored by that thing. I just kept going past it, looking at it, bro. It's like,
are you getting it?
So I pre-ordered it. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Nice.
Yeah. There was no because believe it or not, I passed up because remember when we actually ordered the Clone Wars version, animated version of Ahsoka, I actually passed up on that one for this one. because it's the one I want. So yeah.
Dude, there are some exciting reveals, man. And I'm excited to see what comes of it. But Riley did ask, are we all meeting up in New York Comic Con? I got to meet the Fox. There are plans.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Because I'm gonna be there. I'll definitely be there at New York Comic Con.
I think I'm probably gonna be there. So I think that's the plan for now.
But it's closer. It's closer. You don't have to
know it definitely is. Thick Band the Boy said Anakin and stock at Sideshow, both versions. Go. Yeah. So people, that's a great announcement. Thanks so much. I love the username, by the way. Thick Band the Boy. Dude, the Anakin with Stapp and the Anakin just regular version are both in stock at Sideshow now. So he's out there. So if people want Anakin, that's a good way to get it.
Yeah.
And there are ways, I'm not going to spoil anything from Obi-Wan, but there are ways that they could make another Anakin. So,
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
I think they might.
They think they definitely will, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if we already got one, we got a release on one, and from, without spoiling it and what we saw from the last episode of Obi-Wan,
right?
I think we'll probably get another one again. Yeah. Or Hot Toys might even mess around and be like, you know what, we're just gonna do. It'd probably be one of their first reissues on that particular figure. If they do the Dark Side figure, bro, I'm definitely getting that.
I would too. I sold it for high, but I would buy it again for retail.
I never got mine, so what I mean?
It's a really nice figure. I kind of, I don't regret selling it, but I do miss it a little bit because I don't have an Anakin right now. So I do kind of miss it, but but I sold it for like almost $700. So I mean, it's like
you made out though. You made out.
So and I'm just waiting for a reissue or something. Like they could maybe do a flashback scene. They've showed him a lot. I won't spoil too much, but a lot of like memories and flashback type stuff. So Hot Toys could very easily make another one.
Orlando was like, I really want the Sideshow animated. Orlando, did you get your email today? As I got mine, because
Sideshow animated versions.
Yeah, both Obi-Wan and the Anakin versions got pushed again. They got delayed.
Oh,
again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's getting pushed nowadays, man.
Yeah, it is.
Everything. But dude, Leo, I got to bring up something else here.
Yep.
Because this is back on the Marvel train, because this is kind of a figure I think that is really flying under the radar. Because for one, Leo, like this is not the most well-received character. I think it's been very divisive. I really liked the character overall, but I didn't really have expectations going in about what Taskmaster should be or not. If I did, then I think I probably would have been pretty disappointed based on what you guys have told me about the character and who he is and what he does. If that happened in this film, I expected him to be something different, then I probably would have been frustrated. But I think it worked in the context of this film, but I didn't like the fact that, at this point we're well past spoiler territory. Like I didn't like the fact that they used a male stuntman and then made a female character, because you can tell, like you can see the stuntman, and you like he's not moving like a woman now. Like it's just different. Men and women move differently. So it just, that was my only thing. Like if you're gonna make the character that way, like make it consistent. So, and I like the character overall, and I do kind of want this figure. Leo, I had it on pre-order at one point. I canceled it just because of, I just felt like I was trimming fat. But this is one I think that I could see very much falling very low. I think this could be maybe not Chitauri depths, but I think it could fall. Like if Lando fell really far, then this Taskmaster is going to fall. Everything Marvel is falling, and this is not even a character that people really want right now. So
and that's the thing, because I think when I looked, so if I look at it right now on the company that we, it's sitting at 219 right now. Like that's at 219.
And that's after like what, 3 days of being out?
So it's 219 right now, right? So and I got like points so put it this way, because I put it to the test. It's 219. I used like a voucher that I had, from a return or a cancellation. So with that voucher cancellation and then using points, I got it down to I think it was like 198 shipped total. You know what I mean? And that's a good price for this figure. You know what I mean? For that's a real decent price for it. The thing is, again, and we talked about it, if you were going to go all out and make it a female character, give it the female aesthetics and attributes, because I think you're doing it a disservice to basically show it as a man this way, but then give us a female head sculpt. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not, it's not being sexist. It just looks weird. You know what I mean? Like, why would you do that? Because, we know, especially for us, I'm the one person that would not have been upset if you would have made Taskmaster female. I wouldn't have been upset with that. I'd have been good if you would have rolled it the whole way through. It made more sense. You know what I mean? But I think that did hurt this figure slightly. But from what I'm hearing, what everybody's talking about, it's a dope figure to have in person, and that's why I was even considering and thinking about it. But, my priorities now kind of changed slightly. So I don't know. It looks dope though. And to have it like really like, my thing is like, if I get the figure, I'm not going to base it on what we saw from the film.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it something a totally different way. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I just think that, I don't know, I don't know. I think you're right. I think it's going to drop. I think it's going to basically take a dip. It's definitely going to take a dip. It's going to sit a while unless, there's hype around that figure once again. But I think it's going to sit for a while. I know definitely it's going to sit on Sideshow for a minute.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. See, the only way it doesn't lay out is if so few people pre-ordered it that they just didn't make a lot. But even then, like, the people who miss out be like, okay, I missed out. I didn't really want it anyway. But if you start like listing this figure for Chitauri prices where it starts going for 150 or something, then a lot of people might be like, okay, yeah. Like for me, I really like the look of this character, and overall, I really liked the character. I thought it was still an exciting, and the character did some badass things and some cool fight scenes. And I love the aesthetic. I love the outfit, and I love the accessories. So I do kind of want it, but I'm not going to pay retail for it because I know I don't have to. Because it's just one of those figures. Like all the Marvel figures, man, are going way down. Like Iron Man has been dropping like crazy, and that's like 85, Mark 85. Like if that thing is dropping, then this is damn sure dropping. So it's just not. I just think it's not one people have to go crazy for. Like it's a really nice looking figure.
It's a dope looking figure,
and I do kind of want it. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I definitely. Especially if you're getting if anybody's getting like the newer version of Black Widow from the film, it'd be a nice piece to get. Even if you don't, I think it looks great. It's just that, like I said, they dropped it around the time that there's really hype on Star Wars right now.
Right.
So of course it's going to sit for slightly a minute, but I think people are still going to get it because it's an interesting looking figure. I might even still get it. You know what I mean? Because it looks good, and having Verse and Cap or something like that. And I keep saying him, knowing it's you know what I mean? But I mean, I'm just looking at it. It you know what I'm saying? That's like what we said. But I don't know, man. I don't know how much of a dip it's going to make, but if it's sitting at 219, it's going to drop well below $200, bro.
Yeah.
Like literally.
No doubt.
And then that's when people will probably get it. But I even think even then it's going to be crazy.
Bro, like, Lando was going from the Hong Kong sellers like 160, 170 shipped at one point. Yeah. Like, if Lando is going to go for that, then Taskmaster is going to go for at least that. So the only other option is like Carlito had mentioned, this might not sit too long. I don't even want to pre-order it. Yeah, but I just feel like every Hot Toys, they overproduce nowadays. But that leads into a really good question, because I wanted to ask this basically. Like, waiting for a figure to drop in price, is it risky or wise? So, Leo, I'll start by just saying something real quick. Yeah. For me, I feel like nowadays it's wise, but it depends, because sometimes it might be risky. An example is Rey. Yeah. Rey from Rise of Skywalker, right? No one really pre-ordered that, and I'm sure a lot of people were like, I could wait on this. I can wait and buy it later. And she sold out really quickly. Because I don't think many people pre-ordered her. But Kylo Ren, for the other hand, is sitting in stock right now and has been for a while. So it's so, and Pennywise, he's sold out. Now he's back. So, you know, that was another one people thought might sell out pretty quickly. But Leo, I'm going to say it's wise overall just to wait and don't buy figures at retail anymore, and just wait until they drop a little bit, because all of them are going to, even you saw Rex. Rex is like one of the best sellers. He was 15% off for the Star Wars celebration. Yeah. And the Clone Troopers were 15% off. Yeah. And they sold out now, but they were discounted too. And those were very popular. So I feel like nowadays, man, it just waits. It just pays to be patient. What do you think?
Yeah, it does. No, I agree, because especially if you're a clone person, you want an army build, it pays to wait. Those short troopers, everybody, even us, before when we knew they were going to release the short troopers, I know a lot of us were like, nah, we got to get it right off the bat because it's going to sell out. No, it didn't. It dropped low. I got a couple of them, well below retail. You know what I mean? The last clone trooper I think I got for like 148 shipped. You know what I mean? So that again, that you're absolutely right. Just wait it out. I think some of the more high end figures, I'm guessing. I mean, I don't even know about. I think Ahsoka sold at retail. I think that was one of the figures that people wanted, and they're still getting. I don't know. It mainly depends. Like now, if we'd have made this statement when it comes to like Solo, that like the film itself, those figures sold quick. Every last one of them sold quick. Yeah. Rogue One, everything sold. I mean, that's just the way it went. But Clone Troopers, and when there's Troopers, they're definitely going to sit for a little bit. But and it's going to drop below. Now, the only thing here's the thing is like Sideshow, we know they'll never drop, but through other companies, you can get these things cheap. Yeah. Like you can definitely get them cheap. So it does pay to basically wait it out just a little bit, just to wait and see, and then bam, you can get it.
And more often than not, layout kind of like, because I wanted to look this up because Carlito had mentioned it about Clone Wars Mall. Mm-hmm. Like this happens way too frequently. Like it goes blue screen and then waitlist, and then the next day it's back.
And it's back.
So sometimes it doesn't come back, and that's what's happening with the Clone Troopers right now. But the Clone Troopers could pop up again tomorrow for all we know. Like that's probably more likely than not at this point. But sometimes they don't. Like the one that people went crazy for is one you mentioned, the Solo figure, the Mud Trooper.
Yeah,
like that one people went absolutely bonkers for because it was such a low pre-order. Yeah, it went quick and it went high eventually. Mm-hmm. Like it went high in price on the aftermarket. But Clone Wars Mall is an example of one that went waitlisted, and then people started to buy it, and then it came back in stock the next day. So Pennywise did it too. He was sold out pretty quickly, and then the next day he was back.
He's right back in stock.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's just Sideshow sometimes maybe not accounting for their batches, or maybe they get another batch in and it changes their stock. I don't know. Maybe they're doing it on purpose. I don't know.
That's what I was going to say. You just said it.
Maybe I don't know. They might be just to drive some FOMO.
They could. They could be doing that, bro. Because it's like, when you do that and it becomes a trend that you do it, and then you release more, like we see, like it is. It is. I mean, Riley, I agree. It's tricky for some figures. I would say, like, if you're a clone person, then that's it. It works in your favor there.
Yeah.
But some of the other figures that are kind of highly anticipated, like once the Mandalorian Ahsoka drops, that's going to sell out.
Oh yeah, I got that on pre-order.
That's gone. Like that's going to go. Bo-Katan, that's going to go. Those figures are going to definitely go. You know what I mean? You would have thought the same thing for the armor, but that's still sitting. You know what I mean? Like you can still get that. So I don't know. Like it's definitely gonna be interesting, bro, to see, how they do it. I don't know, but I mean, you're right. I think it is when it comes to certain figures, you got to kind of play it by ear, but then there's ones that are just a no-brainer. You're like, yeah, I can wait because I know it's not going to sell out.
Nah, it's not. So that's the thing, man. It's just such an interesting topic, I think, because it just depends. And it's always going to be some risk. Like if you want it and it comes out, you should get it. I still maintain the idea that you should not pre-order. I still just don't think it's wise to do that anymore. If you're in the States, at least. For people in other countries, they've told me like you kind of have to, and I get that. So if you have to, then go for it. But if you're in the States, you have the luxury of not, and you can wait to see the final sculpt and final product, see a review if you want, and then make up your mind, and you'll still be totally fine. But you don't want to wait forever if you want it. But, if it's something like Taskmaster with like you and I lay out, or maybe others where you're just kind of like, I think I want it, I do like it, then like you could wait for it to fall to 150 and then buy it.
Wanda, once that releases, right. Oh no, because every Wanda figure has sold out. Every last one of them, for some reason, they're sold.
Speaking of, we need to talk about her because she was the next topic on the docket. Because Leo, I'm in a little bit of a crisis, bro, because I don't know what to do. And the reason I pulled this up, because for whatever reason, Sideshow does not have all the WandaVision photos listed. Like they're there, but they only have like 5 photos or something. So they don't have everything. So it's funny when I pulled these up on Big Bad Toy Store, I saw the other photos and I was like, I think I like the WandaVision more again. Right. Because like I like the cape. You don't have the cape in the Multiverse of Madness version. So I think I'm back on the WandaVision train as of like an hour ago.
Yeah, bro.
So
it looks good.
It looks really good. The head sculpt is maybe a little bit better.
Look at that cape. Like
the head sculpt's a little bit better on the Multiverse of Madness one, but I think they might update this one. I think they might update it.
They could. They definitely could.
Leia, where are you sitting? I mean, obviously you put the cape on her because it doesn't look as good without the cape. But like, are you, Leia, going to get? Because that looks great. Are you going to get both of these?
Well, I already paid this one off, so I don't have a choice. This one's already paid off, and but the other one, I, because it's Wanda, bro. That's the thing, is because and I told you what I was gonna do the other day. I'll get it, and I'll have like just variants of them. Like I'll just like a multiversal version of it, like this version and then the other version. But yeah, bro, it's Wanda. That's the thing. Like it's they're Wanda figures. And I like the new one. I like the Multiverse of Madness with the diorama. I know a lot of people didn't really like it with the dream. What is it called? The dream.
The dream walking or whatever.
Yeah, the dream walking.
Dream walking spell.
Yeah, I like that. I like I like the candle diorama. I like everything that's surrounded. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it. And here's the thing, is because it's crazy because I have both Wanda and the White Vision paid off. But here's the thing, and I forgot until I got the notification. I have another Wanda Vision on order through Sideshow with the other version of Vision. And I forgot all about them. But I got them both using points, so it kind of knocks them down some. So that's the thing. It's like to have two versions possibly of the WandaVision version and then have to get the other one. I don't know. I already have one, so I might cancel that one WandaVision version for the Multiverse of Madness version. But you're right, bro. These pictures on Big Bad, because they didn't have the same pictures on Sideshow, but those Big Bad pictures look incredible.
Yeah,
bro.
It does look really nice in this version. I think I changed my mind.
It does. Like
look at
that cape, bro. And this, yeah. Like it looks really, really good. I don't know if they just said, no, there's certain pictures we can't take, but yeah, it looks really good. So I know I'll have them both. That's to settle the dilemma for me. Like that. Look at that pose. Look at that, bro. Look at that. To settle I'll have them both. I'll definitely have them both. I might pose one, the Multiverse of Madness with Strange, and this one definitely with Vision. But yeah, it's and see, that's the thing. See, you just messed me up because we were just talking about how I was like Marvel fatigued, but then when I see this figure and I'm like, okay, it sort of like reinvigorates the thought a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, I think I don't know, man. Like,
see, the thing is, I know, very simple, but look at that, man.
It is with the cape. But see, the thing is, I know how you are about having multiple versions of a figure,
right?
And I know that that's where the dilemma is going to get created. Only thing I can say is that one is the evil version and the other one is a good version. So even though we know, I don't know. But yeah, that's the only way I know how to settle it is. But the thing is, the good part about it is I don't have to pre-order it until it gets closer. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't have to because I'll just buy it. But I know that with this figure, with the multiverse version, it's risky not to pre-order it because I know it's going to sell out. I know that figure, once it drops, it's going to sell out because Wanda always sells out. So, but yeah, bro. I don't know, man. Will, you might.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with WandaVision because it's coming out a year and a half sooner. Yeah. It's like a year sooner minimum. It could be coming
soon. It could be coming.
Right. It could be. It says July to September, I think. Yeah. So I have it paid off already. So and I think they're gonna update the head sculpt even further. I think that they're gonna make it pretty good.
Once we see the prototype, yeah. Yeah, I know, Bugman. They're both evil, but what I'm saying is I'm using it as a multiversal
one's more evil than the other.
One's more evil than the other. Like they're both screwed, but one's a bit more tame because the version that we actually got from even the Multiverse of Madness, that version that she took over, it wasn't really that evil. She was living her life with her children. You know what I mean? So again, it's just, I guess it's from a certain point of view, but now I get it. You're right. She's twisted in general, but I mean, just from my perspective, how I'm going to do it, it's going to be nuts. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy, man. And Leo, I wanted to ask you just a few more things, with the time we have left. So I want to ask, because this is always a question that comes up, right? And I know you saw a lot of figures in person at Star Wars Celebration that maybe could help you answer this question a little bit better, but I think there's always been the discussion too, like, oh, you need to see a review in person. You need to see a review or need to see the figure in person to really accurately be able to judge like how good it is. And that's always tricky because it's such an expensive experiment to do that. Because, you know, if you end up not liking it, yeah, you could maybe return it, but you might be out shipping and it's kind of a pain in the ass, like returning things. So it's kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And, you know, we use the internet for so much nowadays. We see blogger pics, see prototype pics. A lot of times you are right. You know, what people say, it is a little bit different. Like sometimes, like, you know, sometimes like you see like the Ray, for example, in the blogger pics and you're like, oh, it's not that great. And you see it in person. I still don't think it's a 10, but I think it's pretty good.
Looks better.
So, like, and you know, Moff Gideon, for example.
Speaking of Ray,
oh, you got Ray?
Remember I told you that I got the speeder, but I didn't get like the pedals. And bro, I talked to him on Tuesday about that. And it came today. Like I got the pedals, I got the deluxe set, everything that I need with it. So Yost, you are the man, man. I appreciate you, brother. So I can put it together and it looks nice, and I'll be happy. But
do you think you need to, Leo? See a figure in person?
Bro, because here's the thing: like when people see that Moff Gideon in person, the people that were questioning the head sculpt, like as I know a lot of us were like, we were like, you know, I know I was sitting at like, okay, well, I would give it like a 8.5 or 9 out of 10.
Right.
I saw that thing in person, and having it in person, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. Period.
Yeah.
It's a 10 out of 10 for me. Period. It is a great. Anybody that's sitting on the fence for that Moff Gideon figure, get your ass off, because that thing is incredible. It is something that you need. Like it is definitely a necessity in your collection. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? Like seeing that, I know a lot of people were even the same way about the mall, but when you have the mall in hand, bro, it looks good. I'm not going to front. It really, really, really does look good. Even seeing, I knew I was going to get Fennec, so I didn't have to worry about that. Seeing her in person, it was basically a no-brainer. But when I saw that premium format statue in person, it blew my mind how realistic it looked. And I hope that they keep that and don't change that prototype, because it looks incredible. But yeah, figures, I think that once now I know you can't, like, it's not like everybody's going to rush out and go to a con, or, you know, we can actually run over there to Secret Base and see the figures in person. But best believe when we see when it goes from, you know, pretty much the prototype to production photos, if you want the figure, if it's one of those things where you've actually had an expectation for it, or if you've wanted it so bad, and then you see like a blogger photo and you're like, I don't know, just wait till you get it in person. So get it in person first. You can decide whether or not you want to sell it at that point, but having it in person first is always the best. Seeing it in person first before you draw your own conclusion is the best way to go, because I'm telling you, like you're just seeing photos. You were living vicariously through us at some point.
Yeah, I was.
But if you were there, you would have been like, okay, yeah, I gotta have those clones. I gotta have that chrome, because it pops, bro. It really pops, and it looks great. So I'm a firm believer that you have to judge once you see it in hand. And we always know that, like, even if you see blogger photos, sometimes they oversaturate them. You know what I mean? Like,
they do.
It's like they have to, you know, intensify to, I guess, to sell. I don't know if it's the company that's telling them to do so, but once you see it in hand, it makes more sense. I do believe that.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely one of those things where it is nice to have the figure in hand if you can.
Yeah,
dude, it's funny though. Nowadays, I tend to be like very cautious with that stuff. So it's tough, Lael, because like there's so many figures I think that I want, but then like with the space I have and, you know, the funds I want to dedicate to statues and other things that I'm doing, it's kind of like, you know, it's tricky, man. So like for me, I tend to maybe be like a little bit different than yourself in that like I'll try to make an accurate judgment before I see the figure in hand, because it's like it's such an expensive endeavor if you're gonna like you know, get most things in hand, you know, because it's like it's but you're right. If I had seen that chrome clone trooper in person, I probably would have been like, oh hell yeah, I'm in, you know, especially the Death Trooper.
You can't get a clone trooper wrong, bro. Like you can't, like you as far as a head sculpt, maybe different. But you can't get that wrong, because it's a clone and it's wearing like a phase 2, phase 1 helmet. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like you have to basically see it more so in person. And yes, the Moff Gideon that I saw at Celebration, that was basically a prototype. But I have him over here.
Right.
Nah, it's incredible. I think the one that we get now, the one that you get, the actual production version, looks better than the prototype, in my opinion.
Really? I thought so too, actually.
It looks better. It looks way better to me in person. So yeah, like I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I think basically, you gotta get it in hand first before you draw any type of conclusion, because then you can't always go off a blog. And then you already know, bro. Like I said, once we see blogger photos, and once that conversation starts to circulate, then it's like Chinese whispers. Everybody's saying the same thing until they get it in hand. And you just have to get it in hand to draw your own conclusion first. You know what I mean? That's just my sentiment on it.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, and Leo, I have one more topic for us before we wrap up, because this is something you and I have talked about quite a bit. I feel like Hot Toys teasing figures that they never are going to release, or they never plan to release. Sometimes maybe I guess the logic could be from a marketing strategy. They're throwing things out there and seeing what gains traction on social media. But that's not always a good indication of whether they're actually going to make it or not. So my question really is, like, do we care that Hot Toys teases figures that are never released? Because I feel like we've become conditioned to it at this point. But like, we can look at certain figures, like the Zemo, right? I was like, that thing ain't ever getting made. Like, that's, it's one of those I think you can look at. And even some of the Star Wars figures, I think you can look at and just be like, I don't see, like the Mandalorian diorama they made, with like the wall and stuff and the trooper. I was like, that's really cool, but that looks like a Hot Toys flex to me. I think that's like not something they're going to make. That Anakin too with the ship, it wouldn't have been the Starfighter. I'm not sure.
This the Anakin Starfighter.
They might make that. They might, but there's a good chance they don't. So it's Leo. How do you feel about this? Are you starting to just kind of accept the fact that they do this? Because I mean, Corvus Glaive, I'm always going to be bitter over. But
the thing is, bro, like I think we do care, because a lot of these figures we're vested in, and when we see them, it's like you're teasing some of the figures that we have a high interest in, you know what I mean, but release some of the ones that we don't, you know what I mean, and which is crazy, because a lot of people, people wanted that Kit Fisto, people wanted that Padme, people were interested in that one trooper that we got from Solo that was on a train that we never seen, you know what I mean. There were a lot of people that were interested, Baze Malbus. Everybody wants Baze. You know what I mean? That would have been decent if they would have gave us that figure, and they didn't do it. You know what I mean? So I think it's just mainly a slap in the face. No, the biggest slap in the face is when they do that, it goes into purgatory. But once they see a third-party market release the figure, then they're like, okay, we got to jump on the bandwagon and do it first. Or tease to let people know, oh, yeah, we're going to do it. Like they did, for instance, with the Batman figure.
Yeah.
I mean,
with Loki, with classic Loki.
With Loki. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They did it with classic Loki as well. That's up for pre-order?
Yeah,
right?
it's up.
So that's already up for pre-order. So they're going to make that. So they did, do that. But it's just like a lot of these figures that they do that with, man, it's like we do have a high interest in it. And it's not fair that you do that to people, but I guess it's, by demand, I guess. But I'm just like, yo, like, why would you, it's like you tease us. We have a set and the thing is, it's like, I think for us too, we got to kind of, when we see it, we have to really start to lower our expectation and realize that it is possibly something that we'll never see. You know what I mean? And be surprised if we see it. Expect the worst, celebrate when it, happens. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, it's just, I wish they wouldn't do that. How many figures have you seen that you wanted? Corvus Glaive. You were hoping that they would have did something like that. They didn't do it. You know what I mean? That, again, Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
Didn't get that. You know what I mean? Mantis, we didn't get that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of figures that they do that with. And it's like, come on, man. Like, really? Like, there is a market for it. And why would you even spend that much? I'm pretty sure that, the cost to make these figures, the material that you use, like for the head sculpt and all that, a lot of that costs money, and it's just wasted now because you're not getting anything back from it because it's just sitting in purgatory. So I don't know, man. I think we do care, but I think that we are starting to get desensitized.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. And I'm the same way, Leo. Even things like they did with Shazam, for example. They never showed a Shazam proto at an event or anything like that, but they teased him, and it was kind of like, that kind of sucks. Vulture, I think, is another example, Leo, like you're referencing. I think that they're going to make that. I think, Vulture. I think they are, because I think they teased that one again for a reason. And I think it's one of those where they saw, like you said, the third party release, and they were like, oh, that's pretty good. We're going to make it. So that's kind of what they did with Cable a little bit too. Like Cable got made, and then they were like, oh, people like that. We can do it better. And then they did. So, you know, I think that's kind of what they, sometimes the third party is good because it gets Hot Toys, it lights a fire into their ass, so to speak, where they're like, oh, we should make this, you know? So even the Zemo that just got made, maybe people pre-order and Hot Toys like, okay, we'll make that Zemo now. They might not have made that classic Loki without the third party one. I don't know, without the so-so version. So hard to say, man. I don't like it either. Maybe like you said, desensitized is probably the word, just because it's, you know, but like the figures like Corvus Glaive that they show that just are incredible, and you're just like, come on, like I thought Pennywise was going to end up in purgatory. When he first appeared at that San Diego Comic-Con that year, I was like, I'm not holding my breath. I was like, and then he got for pre-order, and I was like, oh, great. But I was not going to get overly excited because I was like, I feel like he might end up,
he might end up sitting. And that's the thing. That's the sad part is like, you know, even like now that we got teased with the Battles Royale, we got teased with Mace. It's like, the hype is there and people can believe, oh yeah, they're going to drop it. But the perfect opportunity would have been during Celebration, or at least to drop the pre-order, or even at least to show the prototype. And they didn't do it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, now I'm just sitting here like, are they going to ever do it? You know what I mean? Is it going to be a SDCC, you know, exclusive release there? You know what I mean? Do we think there's going to be a Toy Fair release? I don't know. We just have to kind of wait and see, I guess. But it's like, I don't think that they should do it and then wait for another company to release it and say, okay, yeah, now we're going to do it. Because what if a person had that expectation and they thought that Hot Toys would never do it, and they just buy the third party option, and then Hot Toys does that, and it's like, oh wow, like you really did that? So I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we'll see, man. But we got a super chat from Carlos here. Carlos, thanks so much, bro. Seriously, $4.99. Thanks, man. Star Wars basically gets it wrong all the time. Dude, get out of here. But these Chrome Troopers are done right. Yeah. So, Carlos, you were one of the guys who sold me on these Chrome Troopers. So I didn't get the other one. Dude, I'm still considering a layout. I think I have a code, maybe Riley sent me. I think I can still get the 501st Trooper if I want it.
Yeah, you could probably.
But I'm sticking with the Death Trooper for now. But that 501st, or not 501st, the Clone Trooper, rather. I don't know if that's the same thing or not, but it looks really nice.
Yeah,
it looks really nice.
It is. And I'm telling you, bro, like that's the one figure, trust me, when you see it in person, it's just like, wow. Like that's fire.
That's
like,
what I heard.
It's worth it.
And Dean's in the house, bro. And I think I saw Luminara in the house too. Luminara, how's it going? Luminara and Dean in the house. Yeah, and if I missed anyone, I'm so sorry. But layout, dude. Excellent job, man. We, of course, dynamic duo, as people were saying in the chat.
That was fun.
You know, we always got the fun topics. I know you got Figure Flex Friday coming up in about 10 minutes, but is there anything else you don't want to talk about that, or anything else you want to share?
Oh, man, I'm just, everybody's happy to have WillFoxification back in the building after a long, you know what I mean? When you said when you had it, I was like, yeah, it's not going to be that bad, though. You know what I mean? It's not going to be bad. You know what I mean? It's just, you need to rest up. You know, that's just the main thing. But I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, even though you had it, and you had a little vacation away, it felt good though, didn't it?
Yeah, it was nice to still be away from work for a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
You know, I'm back now, so it's cool.
Yeah,
but,
you know what I mean? So, but definitely, man. Thanks for having me here. Again, we do have Figure Flex Friday coming up. Next, on Sunday, we have the Collectors Lounge International. Still got to get you on there one of these days, bro.
I know, bro.
And then we'll have, I think Sunday is going to be the last episode with me and Iron Logan for Take Your Position. We just decided to part ways with that. I'm still going to actually keep it up and keep it going. I'm going to, phase back into like the Take Your Position companion videos where I actually get the new figures in, pose them up, stuff like that, not do reviews. And we'll probably have like a live show like once every other week. Still talking to Lou about that because I think Lou is going to actually step into John's place, and we'll just do it together. It'll just be on a different day. Because I know Lou loves it, so we definitely gonna get that ball rolling. But yeah, comic book talk with friends on Monday, and then Say What next Wednesday. So yeah, full rotation. I got a couple videos, bro. Like it's like when I think what it was is May, I was in full vacation mode because I knew that I was going away, so I wasn't really focused on doing too many videos. Now I'm backed up with stuff over there that I got to actually like do videos on. Yeah, so I got to jump into that. So I'm probably do a lot of it this weekend. So yeah, man, exciting times, bro. So I'm happy.
Nice, dude. Sounds like a lot of great stuff.
On Sunday night, right?
Yeah, bro. Come on now. It's Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. So, and KG Chalamet will be there. So
KG Charlamagne.
I'm sure the ladies will follow because KG will be there. So,
yes, you already know.
Mr. 10% exactly. But I do want to say thank you to all the people in the chat too, Lael, who were really nice and saying they were happy to have me back and that kind of stuff. You guys all sent me like really nice wishes and things like that. So I appreciate it. Yeah. COVID sucks, Lael, for sure, man. And like it was funny. I was in isolation basically with my girlfriend most of the time. We were just quarantined. My mom actually got it too. So
for real?
it was a little bit of a mess. So yeah, she's good. She's good.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's good. Cool. She's back at work and everything. So yeah, man, it's COVID's for real, people. I maybe didn't take it as seriously before getting it, but then when I got it, and I have 2 vaccination shots. I haven't gotten the booster or anything, but the first 2 days, man, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna die. I was like, I don't know if I need to go to the ER or something. But it was.
So was your chest tight or?
Yeah, and it's like really bad nausea. I got like really bad nausea, just feeling dizzy and had no appetite. Yeah. And like I was just it was rough, but it gets better. But Dean said, "Bro, what? You're a doctor?" Yeah, not that kind of doctor, unfortunately. I can't heal myself. But Lael, thanks so much, man, for joining. I know we had a great chat, and like I said, Collectors Mingle, guys, 8 p.m. Eastern every Sunday. And Lael's, I'm on every Wednesday at 9:15. Yeah. I'm working on a segment, Lael. It's been so hard, man. I'm trying to get it done, but
bro, with COVID, man, you got to pass, bro.
That's true.
You got to pass. When you bring it, we know you're gonna bring it.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it. So, but all I can say is thank you so much, guys. And Lael's show is about to start in 5 minutes, so definitely go and watch that. Figure Flex Friday. I know Luminar is usually there and Lou, right? And I'm not sure.
Me, Luminar, Lou. So Figure Flex Friday, we are back. We were, continue. It's going to be a continuation. I know May has passed, but it's still a continuation of May Mashup Madness. It's Figure Mashup Madness. So we're going to continue on with that, where you mash up different genres with your figures. So I can't wait to see those figures. We can jump in and kind of take a look at those. So yeah, it's going to be exciting, man. I can't wait.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining, guys. Let's roll the outro. Peace out. We'll see you next Friday, or actually Sunday, and then we'll see you for this one next Friday. Anyway, bye.